What's going on, Tech Feed? Welcome back to TechnoBuffalo's Driven. Today we're taking a look at the crown jewel in Kia's lineup. This is the brand new for 2014 Kia Cadenza. This model did not exist in the lineup last year. It is a premium luxury Korean sedan. And if I said that 5 years ago, people would have looked at me like I was absolutely crazy. Luxury Korean car was a total oxymoron, like jumbo shrimp, for example. They did a really incredible job with this. I had designer Peter Schreier, who came over from Audi, did an incredible job designing all the lines of this car. If you look at it closely, you'll notice cues a lot from Audi. We've got Audi's headlights, for example. If you have sort of a BMW, Audi A5 kind of side swoop here, and the back sort of looks like a typical Kia. They did a really nice job taking that classic Kia design that I loved in the Optima, kind of stretching it out and making it look a bit more luxury. There's a lot to like about this car. You've got incredible luxury features, you've got incredible technology, a really comfortable ride, and a pretty powerful engine. But is that whole package enough to justify its $41,000 as options price right here? Let's go ahead and drive it, take a look at all the technology, and see if it is. When you talk about the technology in most cars, you're talking about a single LCD screen, but in the Cadenza's case, they have modernized it and there are two LCD screens. The first one lives right in the eyebrow display, and it is a digital speedometer as well as a center display that can show a ton of different things, including what your vehicle's doing, navigation for next step. If you've got the package like we've got, it'll show your lane departure or your adaptive cruise control settings. So really nice to see that. In fact, it makes sort of the old analog gauges flanking it to the left and right look super old and janky. It's nice to see Kia step it up with a really beautiful LCD screen. The other LCD screen where a lot of the action happens lives right here. This is the latest version of Kia Hyundai's UVO with e-Services navigation system, and it is probably one of the best I've seen. Navigation isn't done via any fancy jog dial. It's only done via old-fashioned touch and pretty awesome voice. There are a few odd omissions here though. You don't have any 3D or bird's eye view, but taking that out, this is probably one of the best navigations that we've used. The display is really crisp and clear. You can see the street names look great. There's no sort of pixelation in there as well. And when you're driving, it shows you the directions and what's coming up next in a very clear way. So this does have UVO with e-Services, really just a telematics thing. It'll connect to your smartphone. It'll tell you things like where your car is parked and sort of other simple tasks. It doesn't have any sort of entertainment apps, which is kind of odd because the 2014 Kia Soul, which is the same model year as Cadenza, has Pandora apps built in. So a very odd omission for Kia, especially at the very top of the line of their car. So I mentioned all the controls are done via touch or voice. This is probably one of the best voice systems I've ever used. And that includes the likes of Audi, BMW, and Cadillac. They've done a really awesome job. So let me go ahead and show you. So you go ahead and hit the little talky voice guy button.
Please say a command after the beep.
Street address.
Enter address. Please say address without state name or say change state.
8759 Santa Monica Boulevard, West Hollywood.
Eight, 7, 5, 9 Santa Monica Boulevard, West Hollywood. Please say show map or start guidance.
Cancel.
Cancel.
So you see how well this works. It takes a second or two to think, but you don't have to say 8579, you can say 8579 and sort of spell out the entire name where you're trying to go, and it does a really, really good job. In fact, I found it much easier than even using touch, which is usually the best way to go about doing things. The Cadenza also brings a ton of audio options here, all the ones you'd expect, including AM, FM, HD radio, and satellite. Sirius is your variety there, as well as auxiliary inputs and a USB input. It does a really nice, clear job of showing you all the metadata, whether you're in satellite radio, whether or not you're looking for HD, and it does have tagging, so if you want to tag a song and tell your iTunes to buy it for you later, this is a very, very nice job. It also has a hard drive to rip songs too, but I don't know how people are actually going to use that. It also, of course, has Bluetooth streaming via A2DP, which shows pretty detailed metadata. Kia did a really, really nice job here. So sort of rounding out the standard technology you're going to get. This is going to be standard, the navigation system here, as well as a backup camera. Our car is equipped with the tech package, which really should probably be renamed the security package, because it's really what it's all about here. So we've got a ton of niceties, and they're all passive, including lane departure warning system. So if you don't have your signal on and you start veering out of the lanes, you will get a very loud, almost annoying beep. You got adaptive cruise control here, which will keep the distance and speed of the car in front of you, and also blind spot detection, which will sort of show you a yellow light that'll show up in the either passenger or driver side mirrors. So aside from the tech package, our car also is optioned up with the luxury package, which I really like. This guy brings a feature I don't see in enough cars: ventilated seats. Heated seats are so last year. This one will not only cool your butt, it'll also heat it if you wanted to. Really nice. Oh, we also have a heated steering wheel, which surprisingly has been enjoyable on some cold mornings, and a lot of just really nice touches here. We've got things like an automatic rear sunshade, and Kia's done a very nice job with sort of upping the quality of their cars, as well as the features that come on the Kia Cadenza. So what's going to power your 2014 Kia Cadenza? Under the hood here, it's pretty run-of-the-mill stuff, that clickety-clack noise, the telltale sign. You're dealing with a direct injection engine, and it is a 3.3 liter V6. You don't see many V6s anymore. Usually they're gone in favor of a turbocharged V4, putting out a good old-fashioned 293 horsepower and 255-ish foot-pounds of torque. Good for a combined 22 miles, which is going to be 19 in the city and 20 on the highway. Although I will say, during my admittedly spirited driving, I average about 18, 19 mpg. This guy's going to be paired to a really one-option only 6-speed automatic transmission. So driving the 2014 Kia Cadenza, I would say it's like driving on a cloud. This car is so incredibly smooth. I don't know how they've tuned the suspension, but I hardly feel any bumps. It's hard to even tell that the car is moving. It just feels like it's gliding through the air. They've done a really, really nice job with it. Remember that loud clickety-clack noise of the engine? It is almost silent in here. In fact, you have to actually look to make sure the car is on. It almost sounds like an EV, and that's to say there is no sound at all going on in the car. Kia's done an absolutely incredible job. I'd equate the driving experience with more of a Lexus. Now, having said that, you don't necessarily feel as connected to the road as you do in a more sporty type car. And that sort of transfers through to the suspension as well. So power comes on pretty decently at relatively low RPMs when you step on it, but it doesn't continue to wind out. It sort of fades out very quickly. You do have paddle shifters and you can shift manually, but you don't have a sport mode. And I feel like a sport mode would have really gotten rid of some of those issues, at least giving me the option to drive it a bit more sporty. But when it's just in standard drive, it is really, really smooth. Like, I'd want my grandmother to fall asleep in the back of the car, or my baby to fall asleep in the back of the car without any problem at all. Probably wouldn't even know we were moving. So one of the most surprising things about the Kia Cadenza is the visibility. The A pillars, the B pillars, and the C pillars are all really well designed so that you almost don't even notice them. And this is a very large car. This is the same size as a BMW 5 Series, Audi A6, even a Tesla Model S, all with not the best visibility, but there's no issue at all with the Cadenza. Now, it comes standard, as I mentioned, with a backup camera, but oftentimes you don't even need it because the rear visibility is just that awesome. There's some other nice touches in the interior as well. You've got some Alcantara headliner here, you've got a panoramic sunroof, and sort of other little niceties let you know you're in a sort of a top tier type car, and those are all touches I really appreciate. So you take all those high quality features, you look at the dash here, sort of that fake plastic looking wood, the analog clock, doesn't scream high tech, it's sort of a direct comparison to that crazy awesome high-tech LCD screen that you've got staring at you in the face. So there are some juxtaposition going on with the Kia Cadenza. So if you're driving a car, you want to be comfortable. The seats here are really, really comfortable. I've got a 9.5-month pregnant wife at home, and she has a very hard time getting comfortable. She sat with me in this car and really commented right away how comfortable it was. Our car comes equipped with lumbar support, there's adjustable support for your legs. You can really fine-tune almost anything about the seat to get just that right position, whether you like it a little softer or like sort of that more hard support that you can get. You can really do almost anything with the seat. So Kia, again, another big win. They did a really nice job with this. So what's the verdict on the 2014 Kia Cadenza? If you couldn't tell, I absolutely love the car, but they are facing a few issues that have nothing to do with the automobile itself. The first is perception. Are people going to spend $41,000+, the $35,000 base, extra $6,000 in options on a Korean luxury car? Hyundai's been trying to change that. They've got their Equus and their Genesis line, but this kind of car has never played in Kia's lineup before, so that's going to be a giant question mark. $41,000, just about $2,000 away from an Audi A6. It's about $8,000 less than a BMW 5 Series. It's about the same price as a Cadillac CTS. There's a lot of cars you can get for this price. Now, that aside, I think it's actually an incredible value. You're getting a lot of luxury features and a combination of a fast engine, luxury feel, a ton of safety features, and a really good looking package. If you don't consider yourself a snob for brands, if you're the kind of person that has to drive a BMW or Mercedes, then you're not gonna look at this car anyway. But if you're not the kind of person that wants a lot of value for their car, wants a comfortable ride, wants to be shrouded in luxury when they're inside, then this is going to be a great choice for you to look at. Brand new to Kia's lineup for 2014, the Kia Cadenza gets 2 thumbs up from me. So this video for me is a little bit bittersweet. This is the last TechnoBuffalo's driven you are ever going to see on the tech feed. But do not fret, car coverage is going to continue on the main channel over at youtube.com/TechnoBuffalo. Sure, we'll have a new name, but we'll be bringing you the latest car content coming as often as we can. Continue to subscribe to the tech feed. Tech feed news is going to keep going. There's a lot of great content that's going to be there. You just won't see my shiny face on there every week. Although I will make cameos showing up and saying hi to the hosts over there. It's been a wonderful time with TechnoBuffalo driven. I'm excited to bring the cars to the main TechnoBuffalo channel. So come with me, let's continue our drive and the love for cars. For the very last time, I am John Rentges from TechnoBuffalo driven, and I hope you guys enjoyed.